This studio session brought to you by Canada Dry. If anybody from Canada Dry sees this, your product is amazing, and I will gladly promote your product on every video that I do. I love your ginger ale. Thank you so much. Hey, what's up? Matt Glover, Glover Lures and Replicas. Just got back from Jacomo. Congratulations. Tough day for me and River on the home pond today. I'll get into Blue Springs yesterday with Dwayne. Tough day today. Cold water too. It's still 40. The warmest water temp I heard today from guys at Jacomo was 42. At the end of the day, yesterday at Blue Springs, when me and Dwayne got done, we had 47. We found 47-degree water temp. But congratulations to Steve and Jason. They got first and big today. Nick and Jay got another second place. Good job to those guys. Yesterday at Blue Springs, of course, me and Dwayne had first and big bass with the biggest bass of my life. It was unbelievable. The only bite we had all day, but it was the one that counted. So fun fishing with. I told Dwayne, I'm like, buddy, I love fishing with you. I got the second big bass when Blue Springs did their big bass thing back in December with Dwayne, and then yesterday catch the biggest bass of my life. So, but yesterday me and Dwayne had first and big. Second was Chip and Jim, and third at Blue Springs was Chris and Davis. So Longview hasn't started yet. I think Dwayne told me that their club starts the end of March. Look, Kansas City's, I know we're known for the Chiefs and all that, but guys, we got phenomenal fishermen in the Kansas City area. Brent Frazee used to have the outdoor section in the Star, and he would put our weights from all the clubs in the paper on Thursday morning, and I lived for Thursday mornings that Mike and me placed at Jacomo so I could run out and get a paper. I love that. And then once Brent left the Star, I lost all interest in the Kansas City Star. But phenomenal fishermen in the Kansas City area. And nobody's really highlighting these guys, and I'm not going to name names because all three clubs got fantastic fishermen. So next weekend, I won't be able to do the Jacomo thing, and I won't be fishing Blue Springs. It's our annual snagging trip. So we'll be heading down to Osceola for that. It's always a good time in Osceola. But I won't be fishing tournaments next weekend. But this year, I'm going to try to stay up on all three clubs and really showcase these guys, who wins and their places and stuff like that. So, yeah, yesterday at Blue Springs Lake, only bite we had, that was on a jerkbait off a really long pause, and that was the only bite we had all day, but it was a big one. When we got it in the net, Dwayne put it on the Bubba scale, and it weighed 612. It weighed 6'9" at the weigh-in, and when I get some extra moolah down the road, I will be putting that on my wall. So awesome day with Dwayne, so fun. So on the website we had the pro staff section. If you go to the menu, hit the menu icon and then just scroll down to pro staff, you'll see Walt, Sydney, Corey, Jonathan in their bios. So I just want to thank those guys for sending, and girls, sending their bios in and getting it up, and for getting it up on the website. I'm going to tie that into the scripture today. Scripture today is out of 2 Corinthians 3:5. Not that we are sufficient of ourselves to think of anything. Not that we are sufficient of ourselves to think anything of ourselves, but our sufficiency is of God. And like this, you guys saw this week, the big order going down to Kentucky. Like, I hope I never come across as cocky or arrogant, because the fact that I can get out of bed and take a breath and go fishing is of God. You know, to paint lures and replicas and like none of this, you guys get that? Like, none of this is of my doing. Like, if you'd have told me a year ago that we would have our emblem would be on somebody's jersey, like, I would have laughed you out of the room. Like, it's just crazy what God's done with this company. And look, I know we're still small and all that, but like, it's cool to see what God's doing. And our pro staff, just meeting Corey and Jonathan down at the bash, and just how the bash came about with Justin Smith telling me, hey, I think you ought to work the bash. And Sydney, I can't remember if Sydney found me on TikTok or Instagram. And look, the girl can fish. Girls can fish too, and she's a good fisherman. She's classy. Like, we've just built a relationship, and I just appreciate her coming on board. And of course, I've known Walt Hammond for I don't even know how long. We used to fish Jacomo Bass Club way back in the day. But it's just crazy, right? Like this efficiency, I can't, none of this is from me. And I hope I never come across as cocky or arrogant, because it has absolutely nothing to do with me. I just want to thank the Lord, honestly, for being able to take a breath every day and get out of bed and do what I do. And I want to thank you guys for helping make all this possible too. 40 Woods, Everhart's, I'm going to run a couple more, try to get a couple more stores on board, hopefully this week, see how that goes. But just thank you guys for helping making all this possible. Obviously the good Lord first, but you guys are a big part of that too. I couldn't do it without you guys. So enjoy this beautiful weather. And we'll talk to you soon. Love you guys.